Racing video games usually fall somewhere between two main types. Kart racing games have simple driving mechanics and things like power-up abilities, while on the other hand racing simulators are much more complex but closer to the real thing. A game series that fits right down the middle between the two is Forza Horizon. The latest rendition, Forza Horizon 5 from Playground Games and Xbox Game Studios, is an outstanding example which won numerous awards for its visuals and driving gameplay. Creating a racing game which gives an authentic driving experience that can be universally enjoyed by all gamers may seem like an impossible challenge. But Forza Horizon 5 is accessible and offers a wide variety of racing content set in a brilliant open world. So let's take a look at how Forza Horizon 5 is a racing game approachable by both casual gamers as well as serious driving simulator enthusiasts, but beware of minor spoilers for the game from here on out. Forza Horizon 5 continues from the previous iterations in the series following the fictional Horizon Festival, a celebration of both music and motoring. You take on the role of one of the drivers invited to the festival and explore an open world stylized on the diverse and varied landscape of Mexico. The game developers chose this location because it's almost like a whole world in one country. To reflect this, the map is divided up into different regions and each of the various biomes boasts a different visually stunning environment for the player to drive around. The main highways in the game allow you to go at high speed through vast deserts and scenic farmland, while the dusty dirt roads are equally enjoyable to drive down with plenty of cactuses to smash into. You can also venture deep into the jungle, using your vehicle to push through dense vegetation while sunlight passes through the leaves of the tall trees around you. Here you can discover an abandoned airstrip which serves as a perfect playground for performing vehicular stunts. Through exploring you can also discover many of the hidden ancient ruins and Mayan temples which showcase Mexico's extensive fascinating history. If you prefer a more idyllic holiday destination, then you can traverse along the coastal highways which follow the white sand beaches that lead out into the tropical ocean. You can also visit the colourful and vibrant city with tunnel architecture and narrow cobblestone roads that have tight corners which make for exciting races. If these places aren't adventurous enough though, you can even drive around the crater of an active volcano. At this incredibly high altitude, you can also look out over and admire the great view of the entire game world from above. Forza Horizon 5 also has changing seasons which are rotated weekly. These can mean certain regions have intense weather events that you can drive into the heart of, such as tropical storms in the autumn stormy season and dust storms in the winter dry season. The seasonal weather also gives varied and contrasting styles of driving. For example, the summer wet season covers the roads with water and will make vehicles handle differently than in the spring hot season. Therefore your choice of vehicle matters and needs to be suitable so that you still win races as the climate conditions change. The result is this well-researched and authentic world that embodies and celebrates Mexican culture forms a perfect backdrop for not only the game's races, but also for simply taking a road trip to explore the spectacular locations. Many other racing games make you start with less performant vehicles and have you work your way up to the fastest cars by beating opponents in races. However, Forza Horizon 5 instead throws you straight into the action, or rather drops you from a cargo plane with a parachute attached to your car. The game features over 500 real-world vehicles from over 100 different manufacturers, and the result is that you effectively become a car collector. The game is incredibly generous when it comes to giving them to you, and there are many ways to unlock them in addition to completing races. For instance, several classic vintage cars can be obtained through barn finds, where you search a general area outlined on the map.
I can't believe we found an F40.
You are also gifted vehicles for completing various accolades, and even some of the most expensive can be randomly won from wheel spins that you earn periodically while doing activities. The motive for Forza Horizon 5 for giving you access to a large number of vehicles is that each has a unique feel while driving. Races also have class restrictions so that you are forced to experiment with a lot of different cars, and are not just reliant on one fully upgraded vehicle. There are also many different types of races in the game, and each will benefit from using an appropriate vehicle. For some events such as drag races, you will want nothing but speed and acceleration, but for others you may need off-road handling capabilities. In each case you can also access different tuning configurations to optimize the car to handle exactly how you would like it. Additionally, the game is incredibly forgiving so that even the worst drivers can still enjoy the races. If you crash because of a rather bold maneuver, it only results in cosmetic damage and isn't a hindrance to the car's performance. In offline races there is also a rewind feature so that you can reverse time if you miss a checkpoint, or if a corner unexpectedly comes out of nowhere. There are also several assists enabled by default in the game which effectively acts as a difficulty setting. This is where the game becomes truly accessible, as a casual gamer can leave these turned on and only have to deal with steering, braking and accelerating. Alternatively, players who are more used to simulation games can choose to disable them, and not only have a more challenging racing experience, but one that is closer to reality. When you first get access to the open world in Forza Horizon 5, it may be slightly overwhelming with the sheer number of activities initially available to you. The main content of the game progresses as you set up various festival sites. You unlock these racing arcs after completing their respective expeditions, which take you to all corners of the map. Each of the sites also centers around and acts as an introduction to a particular style of racing, and by leveling up the outpost you gain access to more events. Completing a sufficient number of activities in the game eventually culminates in one of the showcase events. These are insanely wild events where instead of going up against other drivers in cars, you instead race against rather epic opponents. For example, the cargo plane from the start of the game makes a reappearance as you battle against it in a rally car from the ground. In another event, you get control of an incredibly fast car to try and outrun a high-speed train, while following the roads adjacent to its tracks. You also undertake a competition against a massive monster truck, where you start at the top of the volcano and get a speed boost from gravity on the way down. These crazy events provide plenty of cool moments and cinematic shots that are just one of the many reasons why the game is so enjoyable. They also show how the Forza Horizon series doesn't always take itself seriously, which is one of the things that distinguishes it from other racing games. While Forza Horizon 5 is neither an arcade nor a simulator racing game, it does take aspects from each and combines them into a game that focuses on being fun above all else. The game also features excellent driving playlists of real-world music, none of which could be included in this video. The end product is that Forza Horizon 5 is the ultimate road trip across Mexico, which can be approached and enjoyed by everyone.